Let us take a look into Steve Delive. My response to AugieRFC and Tipster.
People like Edwin.
Jesus, my ears.
And they like people like me and Boblax and Nick because we tell the truth and we're honest about, what we believe in.
So true, dude.
Of sheer stupidity, ignorance, and tribalism amazes me on this platform. So if you somehow didn't already know, a YouTuber by the name of Edwin Costa recently went on the Antisemitism documentary and was met with valid criticism over it due to him shit-talking the documentary for the past 3 months and discouraging creators from going on it before being a part of it himself. Right before the documentary dropped, Edwin was supposedly hacked, where every critical tweet he ever made about Hansen in the documentary.
Well, context there. Why did Edwin go back on? Because he vetted it. Got it wrong. But it's not like he shit on people. Don't go in the documentary. And then nothing changed. And then he went on there. Just, yeah, dude, joke's on you guys. I was there the whole time. No, the story changed a little bit. Right off the bat, this is, he's lying by omission here. He's omitting context to sort of paint the story here. Already. Within, the first, 30 seconds.
Was conveniently deleted for him. Now, after the documentary came out, the hacker or leaker or whoever's behind, whoever's leaking the shit now, started leaking Edwin's DMs to multiple creators, including Crows, Nicholas DiOrio, myself, and Deity. Go sub to Deity. Every time I say Deity, you have to go
Don't sub to Deity. He sucks.
Fucking sub to him. Deity then live streamed the DMs he was sent, going over them, and giving his opinions on how Edwin conducts himself privately opposed to publicly, which Edwin didn't seem to like very much because the privacy complaint struck him, or whatever.
Okay. Somebody brought this up to my attention the other day after I made my video, that Edwin apparently, I don't know if this strikes the channel or something, but he filed some privacy complaint on the guy's channel. All right, bad move. I disavow that. If I don't know if this puts a strike on their channel. I don't think. See, I always hear people get privacy complaints on their videos, and it doesn't do anything. Oh, you got a privacy complaint, but then YouTube does nothing. But look, if he's filing a privacy complaint, a flag, no, bad move, disavow. Even if he's in the right to do so, even if he wants to do so. I mean, come on, guys. We've been through this routine before. It's like the Boblax moment, right? Boblax, yeah, he's technically in the right to strike down the BLM song archives. But should he? No. So, I don't know the full context of this. This could have been somebody posing as Edwin. Because I've had people pose as me before. But apparently, according to Tipster, this is actually Edwin. He went out to do this. And if so, bad move. You should have talked to me or Nick first.
Whatever. They filed a privacy complaint against Deity. Go sub to Deity. Despite other content creators
don't sub to Deity.
Covering the DMs like Crows, I think Nicholas DiOrio leaked them and covered himself in a twit longer, which I just gotta say, for all you people who click off the video before going to the end, every other commentary creator has gone over leaked DMs at some point. Look at fucking Call Me Carson, look at Power Cynical, look at any situation where DMs were leaked, but it doesn't matter.
That's true. We all go through leaked DMs, alright? There's two things here, though. First of all, I never said Deity could not do his live streams on Edwin's DMs. He can be as pathetic as he wants. It's fine. I don't care. It's cringe. It's bad content. It's boring. But if he wants to dedicate 20 hours of his life to reading Edwin's DMs, sure, dude. Go at it. The other thing is that, look, he's allowed to do it, but also, when I go over leaked DMs, there's usually something there, right? In the Call Me Carson situation, although this wasn't necessarily leaked DMs, but we're looking at his Discord server and how he's reacting to the situation in private. That is crucial context to the story. Edwin's DMs where he's chatting with Repsion and then Deity's like, oh my god, guys, he's begging Repsion for content. What? It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time. I've never said Deity can't do the streams. They just suck. That's all I said.
Matter. It's the severity of the leak, apparently. So everyone's cool with looking over leaked DMs when it's someone they don't like. But as soon as it's one of their buddies, hey, that's an invasion of privacy.
No, not at all. Once again, this is how dishonest this video is. If Edwin's DMs are damning, or Edwin gets caught in a lie, or Edwin gets caught in something, and they're going over that leaked material, I am all for it. Expose them. I don't care. But the Edwin DMs aren't that. But they can still do the streams. I'm just saying they suck. That's all I'm saying. Everyone's out like, wow, the free speech guy wants somebody's channel to get shut down. When did I ever say that? When?
You can look at teenagers' conversations that we have no business being a part of, but as soon as one of our buddies' DMs get leaked and he looks like a shitbag, then we gotta run defense for him.
Nice straw man, dude. Unfortunately, I never made that argument, so you're gonna have a real tough time running with that one.
Now, I was unsure who filed the privacy complaint against Deity at first, if it was Edwin or just a fan, but good old Tipster here, he's here to let us know that it was Edwin himself. He definitely filed the—
And if it was Edwin, disavow. Unlike what Steve thinks, he thinks that we just can't criticize, you know, our friends. No! Fuck no, dude. You guys think we didn't give Bo Black shit for what he did? I'll give Edwin shit if he privacy complained that.
privacy complaint himself.
The only other valid criticism I have against him is something that I've already expressed in this video, which is that when he filed those privacy complaints against the deity of YouTube, I don't think he should have done that.
Now, after
Whoa, dude, even Tipster has the same take. So what's the argument here?
Deity stream, go sub to Deity. Deity made a tweet addressing the Instagram post
Don't sub to deity.
where Edwin is wearing some questionable t-shirt material, specifically a t-shirt of a bunch of Jewish people dead in a ditch and one about to be shot surrounded by Nazis. So now if you're like, well, that's a crazy shirt to wear, well, yeah, it is, but their defense is, well, it was a bad t-shirt, guys. I couldn't tell that the genocide, not even depicted, but documented on the shirt, I couldn't tell that was bad because a band had its name on the side there. Deity was asking, how do you even become in possession of a shirt like this and how do you pose for it? Which apparently
It's simple, deity, alright? You go to a band, you see merch, you pick it up, you buy it. I don't know. Like, this shirt example would only work, and I said this in my video, and he never goes over my argument, which is kind of funny, right? But there's context here. Let's say Edwin was going to a concert. Actually, no, hold on. Here's my example, alright? Let's say Edwin just really liked the Holocaust, alright? Let's say he just loved the Holocaust, and he was like, you know what? I love the Holocaust so much, I'm gonna get a picture of some dead Jews, put it on a t-shirt, and I'm gonna pose on Instagram with it. Yeah. Because I love the Holocaust. Let's say that was the context, alright? We're talking about a completely different story than Edwin went to a band when he was 17, by the way, and picked up a shirt off the shelf. Completely different context. There's no way you can argue this. And of course, Steve, he goes over pretty much every point in my video, but he completely misses that point. I wonder why.
apparently isn't an appropriate question to ask Edwin at all because like the stands came out of the woodwork and immediately jumped on him. I also made a quote tweet showing that it was an actual Instagram post and not just some random private picture. So Edwin, you know, moral police who tells everyone like you should not be anti-Semitic, you should not be racist, you should not be whatever, went after Dash and Sear for the same shit. Apparently doesn't have
Alright, Edwin, this is why you shouldn't be the nice guy. This is why you shouldn't be the nice guy. Because we all know you're an asshole too. No, I'm just kidding. If he did, like, call people racist or anti-Semitic, I've never seen him really do that before, but I'm sure he has. I mean, you know, Edwin's a big libtard. You know, I'm sure he's done that before. Alright, fair enough. That's the point of hypocrisy. Not that I think Edwin's jokes were that bad. Actually, I think pretty much none of them were bad. At least according to my scale. But, I don't know. I'd like to see examples exactly of where Edwin said, or Edwin, like, you know, tried to cancel somebody for being anti-Semitic.
the comments.
And I'd also like to know if the person that they canceled for being anti-Semitic, you know, if they were just making an edgy joke once in a while. Because, I mean, look, Edwin's a libtard, alright? We can all agree there. But I don't think Edwin's the type of guy who looks at jokes and sees that as indicative of hatred. Otherwise, I'd be the biggest racist in the world in Edwin's eyes. So, you know.
I would rather watch that 4-hour video on Nikocado Avocado than Deity's stream. Also,
True.
Here's some more money, man.
Thank you.
Being awesome, bro.
Since to vet a shirt with a bunch of dead people on it. Wait, Edwin also has the post archived for some reason, by the way.
I've spoken to Edwin, and he said he has archived this post. This post is no longer publicly available.
You know, just so he can look back on the memory. He said, deleting it. You can't just delete a post like that, guys. You just gotta take it out of the public eye and then reminisce on it before. This was the time that I
Wait a minute, is he like making the argument that Edwin's like jerking off at this picture? He's like, oh yeah, dude, remember when I used to wear that shirt? What is this point? Oh, he archived it instead of deleted it. Dude, he took it off the public view. Probably so that retards like you can pull this shit up and try to fuck him over.
wore a Holocaust on a shirt, guys. Isn't that funny? I guess he just really likes this shirt to the point he can't delete the post. So the story behind the shirt
That's a lot of context you're adding with no substantiations.
apparently is that he bought this band t-shirt when he was 17.
It's a band t-shirt that I got when I was 17.
See, Tipster got big mad at me for my sources not being good enough, so I'm going to be only using Tipster as a source in this video. And then if he says, oh, Steve spreads misinformation, it's like, where do you think I got the information from, guy? Mwah. Anyways, if he bought the shirt when he was 17, it would have been like
Never do that again.
2006. Edwin is 31. At least he claims to be. So, like, if we do some math here,
Damn, he bought the shirt in 2006, so how old would he be, Steve? How old would he be?
The post was made in 2016. He had 10 years to figure out what this shirt was. 10 years. In the 10 years of him owning the shirt, he never thought to look up what the fuck this shirt actually is.
All right, if he's 31 now, and he bought the shirt in 2006, all right? 2006 was 15 years ago. So he was 16 or 17 when he had this shirt. And this is what we're canceling him over now.
Despite it being a well-known photograph from that time period.
It's a very famous.
It was a well-known photograph from that time period. Like, he was walking there, he's like, oh yeah! The last Jew in Vinica. I remember that photo. I don't know.
Photograph of some Nazis over a mass grave filled with Jews, and they're about to execute this Jew here.
Just because... Oh my god, that tipster clip. Just because it's a well-known photograph doesn't mean that he's gonna know it, alright? Do you think this guy, like, goes to the arts museum and, like, studies all the famous paint? There's, like, thousands of famous paintings. Do you think Edwin saw that shirt and was like, yeah, dude, the last Jew in Vinica, hell yeah, I know that one.
I mean, my intelligence education gets thrown in my face all the time.
Sounds confused and insecure. Maybe you just got here. Maybe you just got here. You don't know what's going on. That's fine. You sound...
Also, remember, he was 16, by the way. Every 16-year-old boy, you know, that's their favorite picture, right? I mean, that was my favorite picture back in the day, and it still is my favorite picture, so, I mean, maybe he's got a point here, I don't know.
So, I'm very secure in that judgment right there.
So, like, let's...
By the way, Steve, that's a joke before you cancel me.
Let's do it to Edwin here. How the fuck did you not know this was a Holocaust picture? Did you fail history class? If you were 17 at the time and you were in history class and you were like, that photo looks familiar. I wonder where I've seen that before. It didn't click in. It didn't click into your little pea brain.
No, because who looks at that photograph and knows? Do you think Edwin was, like, you know, browsing the boards back in the day? Like, Edwin's like a big, like, you know, alt-righter or something, whatever. And he was just like, oh yeah, dude. Oh my god, this is so lame. This is so lame.
Pea-sized brain? I can't speak. I do drugs. I guess if you do something wrong, you don't realize you're doing something wrong. You're absolved of all wrongdoing, which is basically Tipster and Augie's hot take on the situation, while calling me retarded, and not to believe a single word I...
You are retarded. Keep crying about it. I love when people make videos and they're like, Augie called me gay on Twitter, and that's really... You are gay. Sorry.
say because all I do is spread misinformation. If there's anything I've ever got wrong in my videos, I'm happy to correct it. I have before in the past. Like, I get shit wrong sometimes. It doesn't mean that everything I say is misinformation. I'm just looking for gotchas on people. But whatever. He's got the popularity bias. So
Did I say everything you say is misinformation?
He can say whatever the fuck he wants about me. It's just super interesting to see people justifying wearing a shirt like this just because a larger content creator told him it's okay.
I think the cancellation that they're trying to put on Edwin Generation is just ridiculous.
So first off, no one's trying to cancel Edwin. At least I'm not trying to.
Oh, you're not trying to cancel Edwin, but you're pulling up jokes from like 6 years ago and pulling up shirts from like 4 years ago that he bought when he was 16. But you're not trying to cancel him. You're just trying to make a point because Edwin has called people anti-Semitic before, so therefore you're pulling up the jokes now to point hypocrisy. But again, where has Edwin called somebody anti-Semitic? I'd like to see the clip. I was hoping you'd play it in this video, but you never did.
I cancel Edwin. I'm just trying to hold him accountable for shit that he's obviously has problems with other content creators. Like, I don't give a fuck if he's on the platform. If anything, keep him on the platform so I can keep making videos like this. Like, why the fuck would I want him off the platform? I'm just calling shit how I see it.
Canceling somebody doesn't mean you want them off the platform inherently. You can just try to, fuck him over in his career. Maybe you want to take his sponsors out. Maybe you want to, I know that's what you're saying you're not doing, but it's like, you're like, I'm not trying to cancel Edwin. I don't want him banned. Okay, but you're talking about two different things here. You're talking about getting canceled and getting banned. Those are two different things. Those are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, kind of like how you all do. But don't worry, these creators will have you believe this.
Whoa, what? Kind of like how we all do? Wait a minute, hold on.
Keep him on the platform so I can keep making videos like this. Like, why the fuck would I want him off the platform? I'm just calling shit how I see it. Kind of like how you all do. But don't worry, these creators will have you believe it's all about cancel culture bullshit, something I'm against. Like, I don't want people canceled.
You're against it, but you engage in it. Nobody's believing this.
I'm not going to his sponsors or anything. I'm not going to YouTube. I'm not telling him he shouldn't be part of the partnership program. I'm not fucking...
But that's not exclusive to cancel culture.
Saying he shouldn't have a Patreon, alright? All I'm saying is that if you're going to bitch about people doing these things, maybe you shouldn't do them yourself. Maybe you should practice what you preach. That's all I'm fucking saying. Same reason
If your argument is that Edwin shouldn't call people racist because of jokes they've made, then I completely agree with you. But I'm still waiting for the context.
into Repsion. Because other than Anision having a transgender husband and kids, everything else about them is pretty much the same. Which is ironic as fucking hell.
And you might be wondering, wow, dude, why does Edwin have a shirt of that? Why is he wearing it and posing for the camera with it? Well, apparently it's just a t-shirt for the popular band American Head Charge.
I don't know if you call this band super popular when the only time they've been brought up is for shit like this, but I'm the one who's...
What does that mean? If the band's super popular or the band's like a local, thing in his town, what difference does it make? He went to a concert, he picked up the shirt.
Spreads misinformation. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because Augie said it's just a t-shirt from a popular band. It implies that many people know or own this shirt already or something, which in this case...
Wait a minute. Hold on. Didn't you say everybody is supposed to know about the last Jew in Vinica? Like, it's like such a famous painting that everybody's just, and they're just immediately supposed to know? Like, you can make that argument for the Mona Lisa, alright? But the last Jew in Vinica is not necessarily a household painting to have around your house. People, unless you're like a history nerd, you're not gonna know. Like, I don't get it.
Case would make Edwin look a lot worse because it would show that he should have known what was on the shirt. Look at that. Think of it this way. Very unpopular band, very popular Holocaust photograph. Unpopular band is using famous photograph to gain, I guess it wouldn't be clout, but just sell t-shirts. They thought that was a good idea. And then Edwin thought it was a good idea to buy one.
Edwin went to a concert, picked up the t-shirt, and had it on for a picture, randomly.
Yep, so we went to a concert, saw a t-shirt with a bunch of dead people on it, and another one about to get shot. He walked up to the guy and said, hey, can I get that t-shirt with a bunch of dead people on it, please? Took it home, kept it for 10 years, and then wore it for an Instagram post. If this were anyone else, the commentary community...
Wait, who doesn't keep their merch for like a long time? He kept it for 10 years. Like, he throws little things in here. Okay, yeah, guys, I see it in chat, alright? It's a photograph, not a painting, alright? Chill the fuck out. Doesn't make a difference. He kept it for 10 years. And? I don't know what to make of this video. It's just full of just non-points. He had it for 10 years and never Googled it. Who the fuck Googles their shirt? Yeah, I don't know.
He would be jumping on them right now. But it's Edwin, so he gets a free pass, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Edwin's a nice guy. He's just really stupid. He's so stupid, he didn't believe that the producers of the documentary would have fucked him over.
Steve isn't trying to cancel Edwin, don't agree with all his takes, but Edwin did upload a video on Dasha 2 years ago about anti-Semitic humor. Okay, and there's an argument there. If his point is Edwin has criticized somebody for being anti-Semitic based solely on jokes, yet he's made jokes in the past, then I'm starting to see the argument there. Alright? Because you shouldn't cancel people over jokes. You know? Because everybody has skeletons in their closet. When you get on your high horse and you preach about jokes, you preach about how bad jokes are, but you've made jokes yourself in the past, you look like a jackass. So if that's his point, then yeah, okay, I agree with that. I just wish he had cited that as an example.
That these journalists that he's been bitching about wouldn't have fucked him over. He's too stupid to put two-factor authentication on his shit. If you want to believe this, then everything else he's called people out for, where's he getting this from? Who's got his hand up if that's talking for him, if not Edwin himself? You can't have it both ways.
Buying merch of a band and wearing it. Like, oh boy, wow, we got him, dude. He's wearing edgy merch.
Wouldn't that make it worse? Not only is he wearing an awful t-shirt, but he paid money for it. He picked it out and paid money for it. How does that... what? I gotta say...
How do you think he got it in the first place? Wait, what? Of course he paid money for it. Whether it was merch or... t-shirt at Target. Like, he went to Target and they're like, yo, we got new shirts out, and either way he's buying it. Like, what is this? I don't
If I ever need someone to defend my actions, Augie would be the last person I'd want justifying anything for me.
And then you have
good one.
this moron, well-documented loser, Steve Delive here.
Well-documented loser. When all this Edwin shit's over, I'm making that my Twitter bio next.
You are a well-documented loser.
So everyone who says my name wrong on purpose is basically just following Slug's lead, so like, bravo.
Slug's lead? What does Slug have to do with anything?
Think of a better joke, guy. Augie, I'm sure your logic will utterly annihilate my shit tweet. Just show me what you got. What's up here? All I did was show tweets of Edwin being Edwin. I called it anti-Semitic fun times.
AugieRFC, he says a friend gave it to him. Oh. So he didn't even get it himself? Okay, so... I don't know.
Shout out to Hitler.
I find it so hard... Okay. That was a bad place to unpause. Oh no. Oh no. That was a bad unpause. Ah, okay. Alright. I don't know, dude. Fucking AIDS. That was a bad unpause moment. I don't know, dude. It's hard for me to argue about the t-shirt thing this extensively because I don't even think it's a big deal in the first place. So how do I argue this? I'm like trying my hardest to entertain his perspective, but I just can't.
For the emo hairstyle. Okay, that's not too bad. It surely gets worse. Let's see the next one. Again, for 2014, Germany is so excited to add something positive to their history. The Holocaust is still fresh. All right, okay, it's got to get worse, right?
That's not even an anti-Semitic joke there. He's making fun of Germany. That's not even like a pro-Holocaust joke. That's an anti.
Right. Let's see the final example. All right. People are playing Pokemon at the Holocaust Museum in Auschwitz, and someone said, "It's not like we came here to play, but gotta catch them all."
Yeah. So these tweets show he's at least educated in the Holocaust. He knows what it is. He can't pull the Trisha Paytas because I didn't know what the Holocaust.
nobody said that he wasn't. Everybody knows what the Holocaust is. Believe me, if there's one historical event that everybody knows of... Oh my god.
Holocaust was still last week, guys, so that's why I had that shirt. It also shows he's not above making jokes about shit he probably shouldn't be making jokes about. If he's going to be calling other people anti-Semitic.
Yeah, actually, you can make jokes about whatever you want. Sorry.
And trying to get them canceled. Look at Dasha and Sear.
These are your number one, examples of Edwin being anti-Semitic.
These aren't my number one examples. These are just shit I had lying around because, oh, remember Edwin's Twitter.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Shit that I had lying around? So you're not trying to cancel him, but you have just like, shit just lying around. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit uncharitable at that point, but I don't know. That sounded a little bit crusty.
Twitter got hacked and all of his tweets got deleted. So
but to be fair, all right, if Crows is, because Crow's telling me that this guy is making a hypocrisy argument, which would be similar to when my friends were pulling up Bionic Pig's old edgy jokes and, calling him out, because nowadays Bionic Pig is doing the same thing. He's canceling people over jokes when he's made jokes in the past. If Delive is doing the same thing, then I agree, actually. So... so far I've conceded on Edwin should not have privacy complained, and, assuming that he's actually not trying to cancel, he's just making a hypocrisy argument, he probably should have been a bit more clear in his original tweet, because that's what it read off as. When I see a tweet pulling up, like, edgy jokes from 6 years ago, being like, haha, look at this, look at how anti-Semitic this guy is, I'm gonna assume you're trying to cancel him. That's the only thing I'm gonna read off of that. If he had said, look at these tweets, Edwin has no right calling other people anti-Semitic for jokes they've made when he's made these jokes, then I would have agreed, alright? I would have been like, yeah, that is a good point. But the way he worded his argument only led me to believe that he was trying to cancel him. So, I don't know.
All I have is shit lying around. I know you guys like to think that I have like some big ass fucking folder archive on Edwin or some shit, which if I did, sure, I'd be pulling fucking headshots all the time. But then you say I want to get him canceled even more. Like, so where's the bar here? Can I just not talk about Edwin at all? Or does it have to
No, nobody said you can't.
be absolutely so damning it's going to cancel him? Or why even bring it up? Can't be held accountable for
I'm not saying you can't talk about Edwin, I'm just saying your point sucked. That's what I'm saying.
actions on YouTube. That's what I'm getting here. Also, I think this last joke went over fucking Augie's head because of the double entendre subtext of gotta catch 'em all. I'll give Augie a pass for this because he's a zoomer, and he obviously knows like catch 'em all is a catchphrase from Pokemon, but old.
Are you retarded? Did you think I didn't know what catch 'em all was? What do you mean? What? Why is he explaining the joke to me?
Jewish person who survived the Holocaust, gotta catch 'em all could mean you gotta round up all the Jewish people and kill them. Which, if that's not the punchline to the joke,
bro, I got the joke. All right, you don't need to explain it to me. What the fuck is this?
then there is no punchline. Then why?
I don't know if you knew this, but catch 'em all is a Pokemon reference. Whoa, bro, I didn't know. Thanks for explaining it to me.
Even fucking tweet it. But Edwin thinks he's big funny, guys. Jewish people being killed. It's so funny, guys. Don't worry, I'm sure there's another.
That's a clip. Yeah, you can make jokes about anything you want. I don't know if that's a hot take, but he's like, you can't make jokes about the Holocaust. You know, if it's a point about hypocrisy, that's one thing. But if you're saying you can't make jokes about the Holocaust, actually you can. You can't make jokes about Jewish people being killed. Actually you can. Is this something we need to debate?
Another 9-hour live stream coming up of him crying.
We're not arguing about whether or not it's nice. We're arguing about whether or not you can.
On Twitter.
I didn't realize what I was saying at the time. Maybe just don't fucking joke about the Holocaust. I mean, that'd be pretty good.
You know, on the
Why not?
scale of 1 to 10 of Holocaust jokes or Jew jokes or Hitler jokes, I mean, these are like a 3 in the level of
Okay, correction of my video. I'd actually place these jokes more at like a 2.
offensive. I mean, come on now.
Well, I'm glad we got Augie to tell us what degree of anti-Semitism this is and whether we should be offended or not. I love when other people think for me.
But you know,
What? I'm just saying, my point with that was just saying that these jokes are not that bad. You know, if you put up like tweets of Edwin saying like, haha, burn the Jew, you know, something like that, like, okay, now we're talking. But these tweets aren't even that spicy. That was my point in saying that, you know?
it's funny because you have people like Steve Delive calling people out for, being anti-Semitic or whatever, when here he is, in a much more recent example, calling somebody a faggot. And here he is responding to it today. This tweet is dated today. Yep, I said that. Whoever I said that to deserved it. Wow, as if this guy is in any position to be judging people for offensive statements.
Yep, and I know exactly who I said it to, and they did deserve it. I was also pointing to anti-Semitic behavior, and you go through everything I've ever tweeted to find 3 instances in the same thread from the same day of me saying the F word because this dude was harassing a disabled person and saying that crippled people were a burden on society. I mean, I'll show the tweets to give the best context I can because the The dude deleted all his tweets that I was arguing with. I wasn't using it in a homophobic way. Here, I'll let South Park explain it.
All right, look, you're driving in your car, okay? And you're waiting.
Okay. Holy shit, dude. He's gonna explain why saying faggot in that context is okay. But he's also gonna explain why you can't make Holocaust jokes. What? That doesn't make any sense, dude. What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Steve, maybe you should just stop saying the word faggot. How about that? No!
Here's some shekels for you.
Thank you. And I'll read all the super chats after this. Dude, you can't have it both ways, all right? You try to get me on this, like, you can't have it both ways argument before. No. You can't say Holocaust jokes are off the table, you should never make them, but saying faggot is okay. No! That doesn't work. What he's gonna argue, probably, if I had to guess, is that, oh, well, anti-Semitism and homophobia are two different things. So, you cannot be anti-Semitic in any context, but homophobia, you know, you can play around with that shit. No. And I'm not saying he's a homophobe, by the way, just for saying the word faggot. You know, I do agree with him. Under context, yeah. Call people faggot. Maybe he did deserve it. Okay. Obviously, I'm saying the word right now, so you guys know where I stand on the word. I don't give a fuck. Faggot is just another swear word to me. I don't even look at it as a slur. Contrary to what most people think. But it's like this guy he's based and red-pilled on the faggot word, but Holocaust jokes are off the table. You can never make them. He even lectures Edwin on why you shouldn't make jokes about him. Which one? You can't. No.
To make a left at a traffic signal.
Like, this argument almost makes me think he's trolling. I don't think he's trolling. I think he's being legit in his arguments here. But it doesn't make any sense.
The light turns yellow, should be your turn to go, but the traffic coming at you just keeps coming. And even when the light turns red, a guy in a BMW runs the red light so you can't make your left turn. What goes through your mind?
Bags.
Right, but you're not thinking, oh, he's a homosexual. You're thinking, oh, he's an inconsiderate douchebag like a Harley rider.
This is making insanely good sense to me.
But even then, like, those were the only times because this guy was a super piece of shit and had nothing to do with being gay or anything. But I find it interesting that just...
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the same argument I made with Deaf Noodles, all right? I've called people faggots too in Rage as well. Not because they're gay, but because they're losers. And I want to say a mean word to get to them. Because that's what you do when you talk shit to people. You say mean things to them. So we agree. You're just not the guy to say it. You're the one who has to stick up his ass about what you can and cannot say. So I'm gonna sit here and say right now, you can't say faggot. It's automatically homophobic. You can't say it anymore, dude. Just get the word out of your vocabulary.
Let's say I was homophobic. If I was homophobic, I can't call Edwin out for being anti-Semitic because a homophobe is...
Okay, if you're homophobic, you're like the biggest gay hater or whatever, I would laugh. If you're going on Twitter all day, fuck gay people have AIDS, ha ha ha, but then you're gonna get mad at Edwin for making Jew jokes, I'm gonna laugh at you, dude. Like, adding to the context, like, let's say in a hypothetical scenario, you were homophobic. That would make it even more laughable. Do you not understand the point here?
doing it. Again, I do not stand for homophobia. I can't believe I gotta go through this, but and the difference between me and Edwin is I stand by everything I've ever said. I just gotta, like, show why I said it, I guess. And it's just easier not to say those things, so I don't anymore. I also love how they're criticizing me for pulling up old tweets, and then they pull up old tweets. But again, the difference is I can explain my shit. Edwin just tries to ignore it. Or it's like, guys, I didn't understand, I didn't know, okay? I knew exactly what I was doing. I just gotta explain it to, like, the slower kids in class. Also, if we're comparing apples to
Jesus.
oranges here, literal genocide on a shirt, me tweeting the F word a few times. What's worse here, guys? I don't know. An event where literal people are photographed dying, the F word.
So why should I? Okay. Under that context, hold on, wait. Let me rewrite the example. What's worse, guys? What's worse? All right. Edwin wearing a band T-shirt that a friend gave to him when he was 16. This guy disparaging homosexuals on Twitter. Like, you can rearrange the context to make it sound, as bad as one side and as innocent on the other side. Both of us can play that game. Edwin's not celebrating the Holocaust. That's the entire point of my video. He's not celebrating anything. He's not, endorsing anything. Dude, this stream is gonna get TOS so hard to shit, dude. Oh, this stream is just gonna get banned to shit.
I care about any of these jokes, Steve. Why should I give a fuck if you so obviously don't? And he's down here in the comments arguing like, oh, well, I was talking about anti-Semitism, not homophobia. Bullshit, dude. It's all the fucking same. And you know it. You're just being dishonest.
Oh, it's all
Oh, I know what he's gonna say here.
the same. The genocide of an entire race of people is the same thing as me tweeting the F word. Gay couples not being able
Wait.
to marry each other is worse than dying in a pit. It's all the same, guys. It's all the same. Go ask a Jewish person what they think. Like, no, go ask.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait a minute. I need that at normal speed.
All the fucking same, and you know it. You're just being dishonest.
Oh, it's all the same? The genocide of an entire race of people is the same thing as me tweeting the F word. Gay couples not being able to marry each other is worse than dying in a pit. It's all the same.
I feel like that's a nuclear take, and if I was like a libtard, I would shit myself. But I don't know. That is really... That's crusty. I don't know. It's kind of crusty. Like, that's so dishonest. I don't even know how I... What?
Same, guys. It's all the same. Go ask a Jewish person what they think of that. No, go ask a gay Jewish person what they think of that. Ask them if, like, hey, what was harder, the Holocaust or just, you know, being gay? Hey, Augie's the weirdest little closet monster I've ever seen.
Closet.
What did you just say about me? Hold on. We're back to normal speed again for this one.
Oh, go ask a gay Jewish person what they think of that. Ask them if, like, hey, what was harder, the Holocaust or just, you know, being gay? Augie's the weirdest little closet monster I've ever seen.
Closet.
That gave me Down syndrome, just listening to that. You should have cut that one out. That made me cringe.
Nazi.
Yeah, I'm the dishonest one here. So after Augie put out this masterpiece of a video,
You are the dishonest one here.
Tipster jumped in and decided, you know, he had to put a video out too. It's in the algorithm. Gotta follow Augie's lead on shit, you know? Edwin can't fight his own battles. He's gotta
Whoa. Tipster was working on his video before I made my video. You can't say that Tipster tried to hop on the clout train because I did a video, so therefore Tipster must also come out with a video. Tipster's video, he was working on before mine. Weren't you just getting mad at us for assuming things earlier? And here you are assuming something now? Also, jumping on the algorithm, dude, my video was like a 5 out of 10. That video was not blowing up in the algorithm. That video was doing very average for my channel. So there was no jumping on the algorithm there.
get an 18-year-old and some fat dude in fucking California to do it for him. But yeah, Tipster's getting big mad.
Whoa, Edwin got an 18-year-old and a fat dude from California to defend him. What part wait, did you watch my video? Because I believe at the beginning of my video and at the end of my video, I made it very clear I'm doing this entirely by myself. Because I know that dishonest people like this guy are going to say, Edwin's sending the goons out to save him, or some weird shit like that. No. I made the video because I wanted to, and I made that very clear. If you're going to come to the conclusion that Edwin sent us out like dogs, like he sent us out to save him, I'd like some backup on that, because it just didn't happen.
Me and Deity as well, and this time I was able to slide into the live chat and see what Tipster really thought about me.
They're calling him out for an old Instagram post where he wore a t-shirt. They're saying that this t-shirt is kind of anti-Semitic.
Kind of anti-Semitic? Tipster thinks that a shirt that has a literal photograph of Jewish people being killed is just a little bit anti-Semitic. Just kind of anti-Semitic, guys. Just kind of. This isn't like a photo shoot or a painting. This is a real event that happened that they're photographing. And Tipster's playing it off as like, oh yeah, the shirt is just kind of anti-Semitic and they're making mountains out of molehills, guys. What would tip the line for you? We got dead Jewish people. Check. Nazis in full uniform. Check. Like, did we need to have it in color so you can see the full blood and with swastika like right over it? Would that push the line? What?
That's kind of funny. I'll give him that.
What is the line? But this is the commentary community, and they'll make whatever justification they need to for their friends, and then just point to me and Deity and say we're the bad guys. We're the ones who wore that shirt.
You and Deity suck. That's my intense argument there.
Ones who made that shirt and made Edwin buy it, made him post that fucking Instagram post, while Augie and Tipster just patted him like, don't worry, baby, we'll discredit all these bad people.
Yeah, because we were in chats with Edwin. Did you not even listen to my stream I did that night where Edwin called in and he was like, I just saw the video you and Tipster made and I'm just really glad you guys made this. I had no idea you guys were going to make this. Unless, he probably is like a conspiracy nut. He probably thinks that we were like, okay, Edwin, to make sure it doesn't look like we're, in this together, why don't you call into my stream later that night and act surprised that we made these videos? So therefore, you'll leave. No, that doesn't happen.
Very famous photograph of some Nazis over a mass grave filled with Jews, and they're about to execute this Jew here and throw him in the grave.
Here's Tip saying how famous the photograph is, which again, famous photograph, not so famous band. They're using it for fucking shock value to be controversial.
I love repeating my points for longer time.
Does that make it right? Does that mean that you should wear it? If Marilyn Manson put out a fucking album that had CP on it, would you wear it and be like, dog, it's a Marilyn Manson?
Whoa, dude! Wait! Oh my, that's the worst false equivalence he's made so far! Wait!
Every person
Whoa! Dude!
For celebrating the deaths of millions under communism.
Whoa! Yo, I'll read all the super chats in a second. Dude, that was nuclear. Whoa. Okay, alright. So you're fine wearing that shirt, huh? What if it was child porn on the shirt? What if you were wearing child porn? Would you defend it then? You know what? Steve, you got me.
T-shirt. I didn't know CP was bad. Like, how could you know the band American Head Charge and not know what the fucking Holocaust is? Or at least question it. Just have this t-shirt around with a bunch of dead people on it. I'm not gonna
Whoa, question it. What are we questioning, Steve? What are we questioning?
question what that is.
But we also have Steve Delive here, signal boosting this, along with some other screenshots of some tweets to try and cancel him. These people are so desperate for their big exposed moment that it's going to be their big break in the commentary community that they bring this shit up again.
Again, putting motive behind my actions without any reason or evidence that this is my intention. He's just saying, this is what Steve's doing, guys. Trust me, because I talk to him all the time. He's never fucking talked to me in his life. It would be a lot different if Crow
You never said he talked to you all the time.
or Aura or even Sen went on and was like, this is the reason why Steve's doing it, because I've had private conversations with him, and if I really need you, I can back him up and show you. Tipster's just fucking freeballing it, being like, he must be doing this because he wants to be part of the commentary community so bad.
No, Tipster's freeballing, just like how you freeball when you said that me and Edwin were working on this together. It's the same thing. You can't get to cry about what people, assume you're doing when you do the same thing to us. Like a minute ago.
I fucking hate the commentary community. I'm anti-commentary community. Like, what the fuck are you even saying?
Make a lot of sense to me that this is some...
You're not anti-commentary community. You're in it. If you're making commentary videos, you're in the commentary community. It's that simple. You're just anti the people at the top because we're just better than you.
massive exposed moment.
Again, it's not supposed to be this massive exposed moment. It's just like a friendly reminder that Edwin isn't as kosher as he presents himself to be. I'm just out here tweeting, dog.
Well, to be fair, you couldn't make a massive exposed moment. You got no clout. You couldn't get anything off the ground.
They're ignoring the context behind the image.
The context is a band thought it would be a good idea to put genocide on a shirt, and then Edwin thought it was a good idea to buy it. That's the context, dude.
The whole point of the use of this artwork is to show the dark side of war, because they had very anti-war sentiments in their music.
So this is like the stupidest argument or reasoning to put genocide on a shirt. If we didn't go to war, the Holocaust would have been successful. We needed to go to war to stop Germany, to stop them from doing bad things like the Holocaust. So you can't be anti-war and then point to the Holocaust and be like, look, the war resulted in the Holocaust. Dude, no, we went to war because of things like the Holocaust. If it was a...
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. What if the shirt is just portraying, like, the, Hold on, how do I word this? I don't know the context of the shirt enough to, like, argue this, but what if the shirt is literally just, like, showing, like, look, these are the bad things that happened during the war, and that's why we're anti-war? Is the shirt saying, like, we stopped this... Wait, I don't get it. I don't understand. It's showing the war itself. It's showing the atrocities that happened during it, right? That's the point of the shirt.
pro-war shirt, maybe. But dude, you can't, like, everyone rags on PETA for using...
It would only work if it was a pro-war shirt. Wait. I don't know. My brain just stopped working.
Just from the Holocaust to try to get you to stop eating meat, but like Edwin can wear a fucking band t-shirt with the Holocaust on it just for the fuck of it, and everyone's like, dude, it's okay, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. This band only did this to be edgy and controversial.
I do want to say that I never meant to offend. I did not know any history behind that shirt. It's a band t-shirt that I got when I was 17.
What a shocker, dude. He was 17. 17! As he says in this clip. And he didn't know the context of the image. Wow.
And I apologize. I already archived the picture. I didn't know there was any history to that. So I was just uninformed, and I never meant to offend. Nobody ever checked me on that, and I'm sorry.
So this is Edwin's 15-second apology that he hid in a video that no one linked to me while everyone is yelling at me on Twitter about this shit, which still doesn't negate the fact that he owned this.
Wait. So you had to, like, find... Oh my god. I feel like I'm just dumb for even giving this, like, these arguments attention anymore. Well, I had to find this, hidden inside of a video, so therefore the apology is less genuine.
This fucking shirt for 10 years and wore it in an Instagram post. But Tipster will try to frame this as I'm trying to do this as a big exposed moment to gain my foot in the commentary community. This is like the movie trivia before the commercials, before the actual feature, if you're at a movie right now. Like,
so Tipster's predicting that you're doing this video opportunistically for clout, just like how you predict that me and Edwin are opportunistically working together because I'm trying to save Edwin because I guess I want a shout out or there's some motive for me to, like, protect Edwin. Like, you're getting mad at people making assumptions about you, but you did the same thing to us before. Did Tipster definitively say, oh, this guy's doing this for clout? Or did Tipster, like, merely just, throw that as, like, a throwaway point? Like, oh, this guy's probably being opportunistic right now. Probably trying to jump on the Hate Edwin band. I don't know.
I'm just getting warmed up, dude. This is nothing. This is literally nothing. I didn't think my tweets would ever make 2 fucking YouTube videos in the same day, simply for elaborating on a point another content creator had. Who's Deity? Go sub to Deity. But Tipster wants you to think I'm some clout
Don't sub to Deity.
chasing maniac or some shit. Now this is the part that Tipster told me he's addressing to me, so let's take a good listen and see what kind of criticism Mr. Tipster has for me here. Has for your boy.
This is the thing that I've come to learn about a lot of these small commentators. They're so desperate for attention, they think that if you swing up at a larger content creator, that equals easy views, easy money, and easy growth on this platform. And to some extent, they're right. You can definitely grow a lot, and you can definitely benefit a lot from swinging up at a larger creator. Absolutely. But here's the thing. There has to be some substance and legitimacy.
Yeah, like me posting tweets Edwin made himself. Yes, go on. Unless I doctored the tweets, how is this like misrepresentative or disingenuous? I'm just...
No, he's saying the arguments lack substance. There's nothing there that's crucial. There's nothing there that's, you know, like, I guess, damning. I don't know. I don't know, though. That Tipster clip is going to get taken out of context, though, because people are going to be like, oh, didn't you go after Susie Lou and you gain from that? By the way, I'll read all the super chats in a second. Oh my god, my chat's like broken right now. I'm just gonna hit refresh. Well, no, we didn't go to Germany to stop the Holocaust. We went there because they bombed Hawaii. They said the Holocaust wasn't a result of war. That was the result of the Nazis being Nazis. Yeah, I mean, we got involved as soon as our shit was getting bombed. And then I would also assume, although I lack historical context here, I would also assume we probably, it's probably in our best interest to take out Germany from being a big superpower. Because that's bad.
Tweeting out tweets he made.
When you're just presenting fluff and spin and inserting context into a situation that just isn't there, you're not going to grow off of that. You're not going to benefit.
What context did I falsely add? Because I called it anti-Semitic fun times? That's pretty fucking tame, dude. That's some weak sauce coming from a video where it's Edwin is canceled and it's a video defending Edwin, where you assume my intentions and motives. But yeah, okay, well, I'm the one putting in conjecture and false context.
Again, if you were simply trying to make a hypocrisy argument, you would have worded that in the tweet. Do you not see how it looks like canceling? It looks like you're pulling a this you, it's you. It shows all these jokes. Like, if you were trying to go for hypocrisy, like, you really missed the mark. I'm only taking your word now that that's what you were going for. I almost feel like you were trying to, like, subtly cancel him, but it looked dumb, so now you're backtrack. But again, I don't know that, all right? And we all know this guy doesn't like assumptions, so I'm gonna chill. But that's just what it feels like to me, but, I'm giving him benefit of the doubt. Let's say he wanted to go for hypocrisy. He worded his tweet awfully then.
All you're going to
Because I actually agree with the hypocrisy point.
do is make yourself look like an ass. You're going to become the laughing stock of the community. And you're basically costing yourself any potential credibility that you ever could have had.
We'll see about that.
Before you do something like this and expose someone's private DMs for the entire internet to see, think long and hard. Would you want that to happen to you? Would you want your private conversations to be exposed for everyone to see?
I mean, anyone could leak my DMs, and I wouldn't care because I talk the same way in DMs that I do publicly. I would leak my own DMs if it didn't violate others' privacy. People like this idiot leak my DMs all the time, and I gotcha moment. I just laughed off.
Okay, hot take. I'm not going against him here. You should probably expect your DMs to get leaked from pretty much everybody. I would be surprised if Bo Blacks, for instance, started leaking my shit. I'd be surprised if Nick started leaking my shit. But in general, like, outside of these people, I generally, when I message people, like, I account for the possibility that shit that I'm saying to them in private probably gonna get out there. So, and again, I have no issue with people reviewing Edwin's DMs from like a free speech perspective. I'm not saying like, oh, well, you're reviewing his DMs, so therefore you must be shut down. No, if you want to read all that shit and sift through it, well, that's your decision. I just think it's just not good content. Show me the DMs where Edwin is lying, or being deceptive, or doing something bad. I don't really care about reading Edwin's super hyper personal conversations with, some girl on the internet. I don't really care about reading Edwin's super private DMs with, Repsion. Like, I'm being told all of Edwin's DMs got leaked. With very highly personal shit in there. That's why I'm almost sympathetic, to him filing a privacy complaint. Not that I agree with it, but I am sympathetic, right? Because I've engaged, I've had extremely personal conversations with people, that maybe I shouldn't have. And if somebody was going live, reading out my personal conversations, like no drama, they're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fuck Augie over. Why not? Just read these DMs. Then I'd probably be like, I'm not a big fan of this. I still don't defend the privacy complaint, but I mean, you got to be sympathetic with it. You know, you got to understand that this guy is like freaking out. He's like, oh shit, dude, people are gonna know all my, all my dirty laundry, and I would prefer that not to happen. I don't know what he struck specifically though, so I can't really comment on this. I can only give a general take, but yeah. Is everyone just becoming a member right now? That's cool, I guess. Thanks. Although, I don't know. Sometimes the membership notice, like, they back up. So, I don't know.
Because there's literally nothing. I don't get all my YouTube friends to make videos shaming people into leaking DMs. I definitely don't file privacy complaints against anyone. And this coming from creators that use people's leaked DMs in their content all the fucking time. Like I say, call me Carson, Pyrocynical. For any of these content creators to act like they've never used leaked DMs in one of their videos is a new fucking height of hypocritical behavior.
Nobody's reacting like that. Nobody's saying that this is like a new thing, like reading DMs is a new thing, or that it's always a wrong thing to do. They're just saying that it's a little bit AIDS and you're just sifting through every like little personal conversation somebody's ever had with their personal friends. That's kind of what they're saying.
So after Tipster trying to shame me for doing something literally every other commentator has done at some point, I didn't even do it. I didn't even leak any DMs yet. I told him his opinion doesn't matter to me because he decided it was Slug and a no-brainer regarding his imaginary docs. I actually did like a 30 or 40-minute video on how Slug wasn't docs if you want to check that out. But yet he demodded and banned Phil because he believes Slug. I mean, like, how is that not siding with him? What would you say that is? Tipster will say, well, I was just getting rid of two evils. I don't like Slug and I don't like Phil. Phil at least was fucking like a good mod. No one ever believed a word Slug said before you and Augie came along. You and Augie again, Dumb and Dumber. And it was like, guys, I don't think Phil's a doxer, okay? He doxed Slug. Slug who doxed 7 people for no fucking reason. And he didn't even dox him, dude. Slug literally posts his shit publicly under his YouTube name.
Fuck them both. That's my take.
It's not a dox. That'd be like Dan being mad if I said Daniel Schulzbeck in a video when he links that to his Repsion name. If Slug makes a post saying, hey, I'm going to this university and someone points it out to him, that's not a fucking dox. But I have zero credibility and then he called Phil a doxer despite nothing.
Actually, this reminds me. I have a clip that makes Slug look really bad. Actually. Maybe I should release that. I don't know why I haven't already. I've just kind of had it sitting on my computer. It's the clip where Slug like is posting like links to like supposedly CP. Not in like, not that he's like viewing it, but he's like sending it. He's like, you guys should take a look at this. Look at, it's a big CP ring. And then he just links it directly on Twitter. And I like roasted him for that. I should probably post that. Yeah. Alright, what is with all these like notifications? What the hell is going on? Holy shit, what just happened? Alright, well, I'm gonna mute the alerts for a second there while all that... Every now and again, my feed will just, like, dump all the members for some reason. And I'm not sure why.
Did being a dox. So yeah, that ends the tale of when 2 commentary clowns tried to discredit me, and Deity goes up to Deity, and tried to defend genocide on a t-shirt because their sorority bro wore it. I'm using that to be funny. I don't think they're actually in a sorority together. Disclaimer. This whole community is a brainless cult.
Wow, that's so funny. We're a brain-dead cult? Is that what you just said? We're a cult? A little bit dramatic.
Dude, and it's exhausting. But honestly, all this constructive criticism, it really just made me think, like, I'm only gonna go for jugular shots now if that's what the people want. I mean, if they want blood, that's what I'll give them. So, next week I'm making just one more super Edwin video. I was gonna split it up, but fuck it. 1 mega Edwin video, extra bloody. Okay, bye.
Stunning job, dude. Obviously, I'm convinced. You know what? You're right. Edwin does hate Jews.
That's a good clip. That's kind of funny. Oh, that was something. Guys, I want to make it clear, alright? Because I feel like I give off this impression that is not true at all. If somebody makes a video on me, I'm not just going to naturally be like, oh, somebody made a video on me? It must be wrong, it must be dishonest, it must be awful. But the truth is that a lot of the videos made on me are wrong, bad, and dishonest. There's a lot of fair criticism thrown at me. But a lot of it is AIDS. I don't want to give off the impression that just because somebody makes a video on me or Tipster or anyone else that, they're automatically just brain dead by default. They're just brain dead fuckhead loser, Because it's not true. It's just that a lot of the criticism that is thrown at us does come from a very dishonest, bad faith, easily debunkable place. So I find myself responding to that stuff in that way. But I don't want to give off the impression that you can't criticize me. That it's just off the table. If you criticize me, you're automatically like a retard. Because no, that's not how I operate at all. But that being said, that video was bad.